Hello, all you doing down here? Get out! Get out! NICECO. Nice co. Well done, chaps. Well done. I'm proud of you. It's a grand achievement. Still see you. Oh my goodness! How dastardly! Wow. I can't read that. Legally. Oh, I'm saying said way worse. It says, nice cock. I don't know why you needed to retract that. Is it a nice hat? I got it for free. I stole it off a homeless man. Yeah, that's actually the whole story. Jesus Christ. Where am I at on this? 334. Where am I at on this? Because I need to do this before next Tuesday. It's Wednesday now. But given the rate at which I do things, where I'm not playing a lot of Deep Rock at the moment, and I play every fucking double XP mission I can, and I'm still actually on that assignment, there's a legitimate chance I won't actually get this done. Not that it's going to give me anything I don't already have, but still, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? No? You have a knife thing. Cook. Cook. It's fucking cold in here. I'm gonna take the drip one step further.
Get ready to rumble!
Ah. Oh, yeah. Lovely. So I think his internet fucked. Maybe. We'll see. Is this a bit much? Is this like a bit too? I don't like wearing hats anyway. I really don't. I don't like the feeling of anything in my head. I think I might be finally getting tired of DIG after 3 months straight. I want to take a break until season 4, except the weeklies. That's a genuinely good idea. What I'm doing, well, I suppose it's still kind of far off that. I'm not playing as much as I was before I went on holiday, though. The problem is, it's not like it's a short wait till season 4 from now, even. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to start getting teasers, like, pretty soon. But it doesn't change the actual physical wait for new content being quite a while. I mean, Easter, we're going to talk about this tomorrow on the podcast, but Easter has actually done a pretty decent job of being a bit more. I would say only because there's 2 assignments in this event. There's only 2 assignments. Not only, I mean, there's 2 assignments that come with this event this time, and also the actual double XP, double performance point thing is actually a bit more engaging, I'd say, than usual. It's more like the elf, I suppose. It's not like just an object you find in the ground. Scoot, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, I think I know what it means, but I'm worried. I need some clarification. What do you mean you're gonna start having thoughts for real? I know I tend to know what it usually means the same thing when people use FR. it implies a certain level of uh it implies a certain level of horniness. He wasn't expecting to hear that, was he?
Huh? No.
You're joshing, joking. I mean, joking.
What's that hanging?
Your name's Joking.
Joe King. King
Joe.
Joe.
King of the Joes. Joe of the Kings. It's not that It's not that windy. Oh,
Yeah, he's quite windy.
it's that windy. That's what it is. Shouldn't be.
What is it? Is there a rule in place that prevents it from being that windy?
No, clearly not. It's windy. Windy's nuts. Windy's nuts. Wind. He's nuts.
Okay.
This is a new genre of music. It's called Mike on and off. Think there's going to be any new weapons in season 4, or just a bunch of new mobs? If there's somehow, no, this is not going to be. It's just not. No.
The
Weapons.
closest thing to a weapon we'll get is like the life-of-age suckers again. Otherwise, not having.
What? Oh.
Like, if they add a new weapon at this point, next season, it's just gonna be a summonable thing, if that.
The family, I suppose you should probably know it's never going to be that casual. Ever.
Yeah. Honestly, we could, like, probably 2 seasons before we'd probably get them, they'd start mentioning that we started to throw together some weapon ideas or some shit like that. Like, because they know how much people care about that. But they also know how much that they can't just pump it out. But I don't know. I don't think
Pump
we'll
it up.
probably wait as long for the next generation of weapons.
I think if it's going to happen, it's probably not going to be as long.
Because I think, yeah, I think they know and people know that people want weapons the most, right? More than anything, people want new guns. And that will always be the case. Over everything. But obviously they cannot do that, right? They can't constantly make guns.
No.
So I think they kind of have to draw a line somewhere. And I think with the new, larger player base, the demand for new weapons is only going to get louder.
Yeah, but there's some
I mean-
people they need to shut out. For example, anyone who sees the number of weapons and is like compares it to another game. They shouldn't be listening to those people. They're like, but all these other games have way more
but
weapons.
if
than
in the end of the
Deep
day
Rock.
they're saying the same thing, right? We want more weapons. Like, it's not going to change.
But if they're doing
much.
it in a comparison, what if they're like comparing it to COD? That means they probably want like 20 weapons of every type. Not that's a bit exaggeration, but I mean like it's just not realistic. Honestly, it's like it is 24 even a small number of weapons. I don't think it is.
Oh really? I always
No.
forget that it's that many.
Yeah, it doesn't. It kind of doesn't feel like it's
guess-
that many, does it? But it is.
It's kind of because when you play a character, you only ever have access to like 6, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We meant 2, but like your options are down to 6 if you want to play a certain character, which isn't bad still, because it goes up to 24.
To be honest, I fully expect new tier 5 mods to probably get new full weapons. It's a bit. What? New tier 5 mods for weapons?
I mean, we do normally get some stuff like that. Obviously not for all of them, but last season we got the Burning Nightmare tier 5.
Well,
then
that's
the
around
Splash.
balance changes. It's not going to be like a dedicated
Yeah, I know.
give everything
but-
free options. Even though I think they should do that. I think
For tier 5s,
yeah.
guns are just inherently worse when they don't have 3 tier 5 options. Not strength-wise, just kind of.
Such pump.
Like- Yeah, but it had 3. but
know.
It brought one of the 5 into it. It basically now like passively has 2 tier 5 mods. But yeah. I think there's.
Siege Peach. Big Peak.
I mean, what would it be? Another 6? So the next Gen 4 would leave the game with 30 weapons then, right?
Hold on, that doesn't sound right. But it is.
Well, it'd be another.
No, I can't.
No,
That
wait,
can't-
no, it's
Hold on,
wrong.
that can't be right, can it? Because it has to
It
divide
is
by
wrong.
4.
Yeah, I was doing 3 for some reason.
It's
I
8
say
per
for some reason, I don't know
generation.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
6
32.
per class at the moment.
So
It's-
5 gens would be 40.
yes.
So I think.
That's the maximum. That is the
Yeah.
maximum. But I don't think we're even going to get there unless the game sort of needs to be doing just as well as it is now in about 5 years. I think for us to have a chance at 5 gens.
Well, they mentioned the game's an evergreen.
Yeah, but
And
it's an
as long as
evergreen
people
until
keep
it's
playing,
not, though.
they'll keep- Yeah, but I think as long as it continues to be an evergreen, we could definitely see 2 more gens of guns. But I think even if it continues to be an evergreen for another 10 years after that, I think you and me both don't see a future where they add 2 more sets or any
No.
more sets than that. I think 5 is it.
Is it?
Because once again, I think we and you both can see 3 being it, right? We can like.
It almost feels like it's
I
either going to be
less of
3
them.
or 5, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no way it's going to be a 4. 4 does not sit right because there's no reason to stop at 4. If you know what I mean.
Well, there's 4 classes.
Yeah, but that doesn't carry over, and you know it, right?
Yeah, but I don't
there's
think
something-
it's. I don't think it's inherently wrong for 4 generation. Nothing's fault there, because it would be pushing it anyway. We know that. But it feels like if they manage to get out another 8 weapons, it's like it feels like they could do even more at this point.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, we talk about they still have like some gaps of just basic stuff. Then obviously they can go back and that. Like, we still got, there's 2 assault rifles, right? You've got the GK and the Drac. and they could do stuff along those lines, right? They could go back and rejig a lesser interesting one, right? Like a plasma minigun, even though you would say that's also the drag.
A
But
plasma
like,
minigun. God.
my point is that you know they can plasmarize something that's bullets or bullets, something that plasmas or some shit like that. Point is that they have already kind of gone back and crossed over into the same gun category, right? Which is why, you know, I think sniper rifle, even though the M1000 can be used as one, I think it's still an option.
I mean, a sniper rifle is almost better as a. God, I mean, like honestly, not a scout primary. Also,
No,
actually,
obviously,
it could be,
both.
but it could also be a scout secondary. Or a gunner
Yeah,
secondary.
but I don't think. Well, how would it be any different to the like other secondaries for gunner? Right? Like, it'll be very, 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 very similar to the
Or
core
gunner
gun
primary.
or the primary. I mean,
Shoulder-mounted
fucking
sniper rifle. I mean, I
Giga fucking Kraber, right?
want a mortar, to be honest. That's gunner. Not straight up though. It will basically. Someone had a mortar idea that I didn't think was too bad, but I mentioned how it shouldn't actually. The mortar aspect, like, as in firing it like a mortar, should actually be an alternate firing mode. It should be like a charge thing. And in general, it should just take gunner's sort of principle, go decreasing the amount of ammo but increasing the size of explosions even further. It would be like probably closer to the grenade launchers like proportions than hurricanes in terms of how like slow it is, how much damage each shot does, how much ammo or how little ammo you can suppose. I don't know about. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing a silly voice. I don't know about plasma minigun because the main difference between bullets and plasma is overheat versus reload, but minigun already has overheat even though it's bullets. Yeah.
It was just the first bullet example I could think of.
Terrible.
Because there's not that many bullets ones, really. I guess a plasma shotgun, like a Warthog, you know what I mean? Something along those lines. Because there's 2 shotguns in the game currently, but both of them are just, you know, bullets or pellets.
They could do more shotguns. At least one more. And they could make it plasma based if they wanted to.
Yeah. So, you know, there's an area of overlap that they could step onto. Plus, you know, there is that type of shotgun that they haven't done yet, isn't there? Like
What?
is it the lever action shotgun or something?
Yes, but also I still don't know the name of one that you load in each like shell individually, because that's the one. Because they're always a lot of fun because you can like in every example of those in games you can stop the reload and fire at any like amount of magazine, I suppose, and that's always an interest something, and they would probably do something interesting with it.
Yeah, and if it was like that, so it's a different type of shotgun than what the game already has, and like maybe using, you know, plasma or some sort of other thing, like shrapnel or some bollocks like that. That's boom. There's another shotgun there, really easily, and that's, you know, that's one. And
Wow.
the sniper rifle, like they do definitely have another generation in them without having to get extremely creative.
Well, it's like
Unlike what they did with the sludge bomb.
some of it is like what you can't really just be like, oh, just do a burst rifle because you haven't done that yet. Like they don't want to just do things that they just haven't done before necessarily. In that sense, it needs to be a completely fresh idea. There needs to be they're not just going to make another generation of weapons just for the sake of it, basically. In fact, I think they would just do it. I think that they understand how important weapons are, but they would only do it if they have enough like ideas that are up to their own standard, and it can't just be like burst rifle.
Yeah, but they would go burst rifle, and then they would make it to their own standard, right? Which could be what.
If it be like shoots like
Loki.
cactus spikes or something that like inflict bleed damage, which is actually something I really want. Give Gunner an actual tank.
that's not really. I don't think that's really like the same, though. Really, is it? Like I don't know. Maybe something more like, I mean, like the Needler kind of thing.
Needle would be
That
awesome.
kind of.
Specifically, well, not specifically needle rifle. Either way, I mean, something with the needle obviously has like light homing. Would be pretty nice. Something could have that.
I think you know, maybe not homing inherently, but like, you know, slightly delayed projectiles like the EPC orbs, shit like that, or the Jester Drank. It would be quite similar to Drank, I can't deny that. But I guess it would just be that it would have to shoot more than one bullet at a time. That's kind of the thing. So it is like a spray of projectiles. Yeah, I'm sure they definitely have another gen in them, like probably already, to be honest with you. Like I refuse to believe that whenever they think of one, they don't throw an idea on a board, right? Like,
Well, it's
they
also
definitely...
like I think the community has also given them at least one generation. Not saying like I'm not saying some like the ideas that people have presented exactly. I just mean there's been enough good concepts pitched by people that could be turned into good enough weapons, probably for multiple generations. So it wouldn't. I don't think it would be difficult if they decided to do it. Basically, but they might still not be inclined to decide to do it. I'm safe.
Man, this ain't what I signed up for. I'm stuck.
Well, I think that before any new weapons need to fix the bugs with the current ones, as in armor break AoE. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird thing to me. That's almost like a sore point. It's a very long-standing thing that they just haven't ever talked about.
I think it's just something
like,
that they can't fix, right?
It must be, but it's like they do need to say something about that, though. Really, the only reason it's kind of weird because it's like they don't really address things unless everyone is asking about it, which makes sense, I suppose. And also, it would actually probably just end up calling attention to the bug if they came out and said, out of nowhere, something that a majority of people aren't talking about. They said, there's this bug that we just can't fix. And people are like, what? I didn't even
Everyone knows about the AoE bug. Everybody knows about the AoE bug. And if you are active enough to see that Ghost Ship sent a message like that, you'd know about it.
I agree with that.
Right?
Yeah. Well, no, but see, that's another problem, though. I think they just... I think they're... I mean, no one really talks about this, as in, because I guess they're fine at it, but I don't think they're actually that good at communicating things that they should. As in, there should be a news board in the game. Not like I think, yeah, most people who play the game don't see all those Steam news posts. And even if they don't directly interfere with the game, even the small patches can't be found in game, right? It's only ever the launch patch of a major update that's found in game, nothing else. And I feel like they need a thing where that has all those posts in it in game. Yeah.
When you load up the game, there's the patch notes for the season. How about instead of it being a stupid fucking waste of time like that, it's the most recent news.
Exactly what it should be, and you can just scroll through it.
Plus, you can auto skip it. Like, that's an option that I have, where that just doesn't even come up when I load the game.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, I recommend it, because fuck no, I'm like pressing that all the time.
Do that.
But yeah, just boom, there it is. Latest news. Easter starting soon. There.
But there's like no post on Easter. It's just suddenly the space rig is Easter themed. Like there's no in-game announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit weird. Bit odd if you ask me.
It's just they do use the community to spread the word of that stuff. Like they make their news post and then they're just like, alright, cool. Now it will spread.
And it does.
Because they know that only like 0.5%, like even Steam players, if that.
0.5%.
See the post.
0.5%. I don't know about that. I think 5% would even be an underestimate. No, there's actually okay. You might be right because I don't actually know what the current player base is, but some important Steam posts get like well over like 10,000 likes. Steam posts can get likes, so there's a good amount of people seeing them. Not a small number, but I don't know. I don't actually know the current sort of player base standings. So, assumedly, the best way to fix it, as in the bug, armor break anyway, the best way to fix it would be to properly fix it. But if that's not possible, just make it only apply to direct damage. Everything that has AoE and armor break can also do direct damage. Wrong, because the PGL that's only from a specific mod. So that's the biggest example of it as well. Obviously, the longest standing example, and it doesn't inherently come with direct damage. So they can't actually do it that way. In fact, they could give that upgrade, extra armor breaking, make it go through armor, but the actual solution is to just remove all those upgrades and replace them with something else. Also the better solution, I think, because that could actually result in some interesting stuff. You had it, as opposed to just use as upgrades. Especially the ones where it's only, say, 2 mods in that tier, it means it will be replaced with something. So, what I would rather they did. Stop! Oh. You're gonna die here. Yeah, that's what I mean. No, not semantics aside. That's important because it means your idea doesn't really make sense because the PGL.
It means that if you want to use that mod, you need to use another mod.
Yeah.
Which there isn't mods like that. The only way it's used is if you use a mod earlier.
You're just repeating what I said, but apparently it doesn't mean anything. It definitely does. Well, it doesn't work on the wouldn't work on the PGL, but because I think the Thunderhead one does work. That's because it's primarily direct damage, so it was just always that way from the beginning.
So does it actually still work though, or is it just broken? Just they're not as bad?
Well, it will be broken.
Does the AOE shield break
on the Thunderhead? I don't know.
Because if they have an example where AoE actually does shield break, then clearly it is possible and it is doable.
No, I don't think it does. I think it was just chosen to apply to the direct damage because the Thunderhead is majority direct damage. But the Hurricane is mostly AoE damage. So they applied it to the AoE. In the Hurricane, is, I believe, would be an easy fix because it could just make it apply to direct damage. But I think they want it to break armor in a radius, so that wouldn't be a good solution for them. It just because that would be going against what they intended to do, and if it doesn't do what it's intended to do, so it might as well do something else as long as it works. I don't think it's too important that it does what it originally intended to do. If it's never going to be able to do that, it might as well do something. Yep, that's right, Nathaniel. I mean, that's what we assume as well. But so, don't actually know that. But it seems very logical. based on looking at that and the front of the head. I don't even know what the other ones are. I guess some grenades. Feels like it honestly feels like the HE does break armor though. And the turret with the explosion. They all seem to do good armor breaking. Don't quote me on don't quote me on that. I mean, I don't see why it can't apply unbreak on both the AoE and direct hit. Well, I mean, I respond to that because the reason it can't is because it's bugged. There's just something wrong with applying unbreak to AoE, apparently.
Probable impact locations are being calculated. Time to put those stumpy legs to use, team.
Hey.
Tin ass over here and hurry, please. Ow!
Well, no, November, you're right. It conceptually, it should work. I don't know what to say other than it doesn't. It's also not really game breaking.
Molly!
In the PGL example, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's not
funny.
really armor breaking either.
Shut up. I mean, the PGL thing's pretty funny because it's like, even if it worked, it would be completely outperformed still. But it wouldn't be used because it's incendiary. It wouldn't be as big of a problem for Hurricane specifically if the armor break bonus worked on AoE and direct hit. Mostly for the purposes of jet fuel homebrew. Yes. Yeah, the jet fuel homebrew thing is pretty damn annoying. No, because I know specifically about that, where if the armor breaking worked, then it would be able to two-shot grunts, body shots. And it can't. It's just really bad. It's like you look at the differences with the two sort of versions of jet fuel homebrew in terms of damage. It's like, actually, I'm gonna try something after this. Assuming, actually, I'm not even trying to be done. But jet fuel homebrew is either going to do 40 direct damage and 10 AoE damage, or 50 direct damage and 10 AoE. And 51, two shots, that's technically 60 damage overall, which equals 120, but because of the grunt's body armor, it doesn't actually do 120, it does just shy of what it needs to do to two-shot it. So even though you have a lot less ammo, you still don't have to change the breakpoints on grunts. It's really dumb. But then, you know, obviously jet fuel homebrew begs to be used with the weak point bonus, but I wonder if you took more AoE damage, if it would actually achieve that breakpoint. That's what I want to try. I mean, it does if you use incendiary, like napalm rounds, but you know, it's like that's not very good for direct damage. No. God damn it! You're not making a fool of yourself. You just don't know as much as I do.
Probably a good thing.
Jackhammer in place.
All rock crackers attached. You can start them up when ready.
Just need to hit the button on both pods to get cracking.
Does Burning Nightmare make persistent plasma do heat/fire in its AoE?
I got the deposit.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Burning Nightmare. Does it even work with persistent plasma?
Well, think about just the flying
Because
nightmare
Burning
part.
Nightmare deletes.
Time to
Yeah, yeah, it deletes the
Explosion.
explosion, but it still produces the persistent plasma when it lands, when it disappears.
It's not a good combo anyway, though. Really.
No?
No.
No.
Because,
Probably not.
I don't know, if you want the plasma to detonate on anything other than ground, then it ain't happening. Because it would just phase.
Start the jammed equipment.
Like, if you wanted it to blow up on the first thing, or a Mactera, it would just go through it.
We need to keep all rock crackers running. This is not currently the case. Get on it.
Jackhammer is offline. Safe
So it doesn't leave a trail, does it?
No.
No. Probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. Hold on. Bosco.
rock cracker is back online.
No, you can't.
Bosco, come here.
Harry died, he's bad. Fuck you, monkey, you piece of shit.
That way.
So I'm going to show everyone Monkey's new profile picture. Terrifying. Hollow.
Out in my...
Eldritch. Unbecoming of anything good or wholesome. Well, if you could still use it, it's just not a great idea. And yeah, you could shoot it at the floor, I guess. Well, it's wall, but... Your profile picture is amazing, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. Your profile picture fucking sucks, I hate it. It gives me nightmares. Bro is jelly of my face. No, I ain't. No, I isn't.
What's left is
No, I
to
haven't.
deposit the core samples.
I managed my first Hazard 5 mission earlier this week with a triple elimination haunted cave. You know what? That's actually pretty well done. Fucking hell. Because I just wouldn't do that because I don't do haunted caves. Oh, Harry, that means you're bad at the game. Fuck off, I don't respect haunted caves. Oh, and I never will. It doesn't mean anything. Not real. Ghost.
Seriously
Not
need
real.
to invest in some better equipment.
Either way, that's pretty impressive for your first Hazard 5 mission. Yeah.
Another day at the office.
Job well done. All play cards are accounted for. Bad news, team. A swarm of Macteras have caught
How
you.
do I know it's going to be
Better
Macteras?
prepare yourself.
Because I'm a genius. Bro is laughing as a buff cat. I am inside your house. What the fuck? Monkey? Scaring the children. I hope there's no children watching this. I'll prove that this isn't for children. Thumbs. Willies.
Harry, you can't say that.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. It did. It does. It's dead.
Pesticide coming up.
First compound is really good.
petering out. Wipe out the rest and get on with it.
Harry, buy me Dawn of the Dread. No. No. Yeah, now think about it. Thin containment field is just really with persistent plasma because controlled detonation and all. Yes. I mean, I just really can't bother to use thin containment field properly. I still use it with persistent plasma. I just don't use it. You know what I mean? And then there's Plasma Splash. Everyone's favourite EPC tier 5 upgrade. Alright.
by cutting down trees.
It's the only DLC I don't want to buy poop armor. So you don't even like it? Sure, monkey. I'll fork over, 7 squids for you to buy you a DLC you don't even want. Sure.
My boots, my poor Paulie. Come here.
I mean, it is actually, that is one of the things that really annoys me, and I do consider it a bit of an oversight, just not the most important thing in the world. I mean, but I think the DLC should be of as high quality as possible. And all I'm saying is that Dawn of the Dread would be the best fucking thing in the world if all that Dreadnought plating could actually be coloured by your paint job. So, if I'm just being straight up honest without any caveats, I think it just straight up should be that way. There's no argument that I will agree with, or the opposite.
Fester stopped fleeing. Let me go, creep.
Plasma Splash is just redundant with System Plasma, isn't it? Well, yes. Yeah, but if you're not intending on using your EPC for single target at all, giving your normal shots a bit of AoE as well isn't the stupidest thing in the world. It's just that persistent plasma and thin containment field do work together in an actual meaningful way, so it just makes sense to put those together. And Plasma Splash could be good if it was also if it bounced as well. They could have brought that upgrade back, and it would make sense given the EPC is in terms of damage, it's a lot worse than, let's say, the Drac. So, and it's very common and good Drac build to combine impact deflection with Plasma Splash. I felt like that EPC upgrade should have just been the 2 in 1. It could have also brought back, bouncy plasma for the EPC. Just we all miss that, don't we, Tyler? See?
I need the mule right here, right now. Washed one. That's it. Back's full.
Plasma flamethrower. Oh, it's just the plasma flamethrower. How would that be? Yeah, I mean, maybe, but that's already a driller thing. I mean, how is it not that? The plasma flamethrower. What do you mean, sir? An LMG would be cool, but it needs a twist. It can't just be a generic LMG. Well, you do have a double-barreled explosive LMG called the Thunderhead. So, there you go. That's your LMG with a twist. But I wouldn't mind another one. I don't know exactly who or what it would be for, because it would just, it only really works as a gunner primary. They could find a way to give Scout a heavy weapon. I would love it.
I think it would be an engineered primary.
Any the dead.
Engineer primary.
It's
I
just
feel like it-
really steady fire rate with a huge mag. Like, it's not going to be a giga damage anything. It's going to be a pretty normal gaming LMG where its damage is nothing to write home about. DPS non-existent, but it's just sustained fire, and it'll be like Engineer's most sustaining primary, but its damage is going to take
It
a
would,
while
the
to
gimmick
get
would
out
be
there.
that he's actually turned it. It would. I guess this would make it very similar to the minigun, but it would literally not be heat based. Even he's basically found a way to have it so that it automatically reloads, as in it just has an ammo port, isn't it? Or something. He doesn't even need to reload it, and it doesn't overheat either. It doesn't.
I guess
That would not be a
maybe.
bad. That would not be a terrible gimmick where it's literally just like doesn't overheat and doesn't need to reload. But it'd be
It
very
could-
simple.
If you want, it could be a plasma, because I think that would add another layer.
It could be
to
like
it.
energy bullets. It doesn't
could
need
be
to be
like,
plasma.
it's just like self-cooling, and then that would allow an option for like a overclock that would give it a bit of a freeze.
And it could have ice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
you'd
definitely get cryo in there too. Yeah. See, that's not a bad idea at all. I like that actually. Well done.
My drop has been ordered and is on the way.
Gunner primary brings an actual turret platform and then has to place it down to fire. Well, I don't think so. Because it's like, I guess like you need to make it really strong, but it's like a weapon that all the time you have to stop to shoot. Would just be annoying. I mean, that's kind of what the Lead Storm overclock is for. Where you sort of just sort of lock down and just do shit loads of damage, but even then, honestly, I think that overclock is actually bad if you can't bunny hop, or if you don't bunny hop. Which is why I do think it's not a great overclock or the Lead Storm, especially given it has two other damage overclocks that I prefer using. Maybe Engineer could have a gun that reloads itself when you press reload. What? Huh? Do you mean like it reloads? You still have to press reload, but you can still keep firing while it's reloading. Like a little robot arm pops out somewhere and reloads the gun. Yeah, okay, so I think that seems like exactly, yeah. I guess that would make it more interesting visually. I mean, I feel like it should still. I kind of like the idea of it actually completely automatic, but maybe it shouldn't just be like there's nothing going on. Maybe there could be a little. You could see it reloading itself as you go through. But I do like the idea of it not. You don't have to control the heat and you don't have to manually reload. Which is, there was like an EPC overclock that got cut that was basically that, where it was literally impossible to overheat. I think no matter what you did.
Gotta wait for the rain shot. Explosives fly, go
Oh, it just blew up the sludge.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Engineer would fit that, because it would be a mid weapon, right?
Would-
Like, because if you want a super powerful cool LMG, you've already got the Thunderhead, right? But if you just want a long, sustained kind of fucking gun, right? Then I think Engineer that would work.
It would also, obviously, we have this weird sort of auto reloading gimmick, and also because it's also just simple anyway. That means, you know, it's the Drac clause. Simple weapon means cool upgrades.
Yeah, an Engineer has like often gets cooler upgrades.
There you go. Well, no, Scoop. We've already made a weapon based around that idea. The gimmick in terms of gameplay is that it doesn't need to be reloaded in any way. It's not just a visual gimmick. It's actually just it's a visual representation of the gameplay gimmick. So don't worry about that. NG handheld sentry from an LMG would be pretty cool.
That would be a
I think I
burst
just
gun,
disagree.
'cause they
It would
are
be.
burst.
It would be as well, yeah. But I'm just not big on that idea. Only because I don't want it to look like the turret, and that because it'd just be a bit boring.
This is for you.
Look the same. I guess it would be modified, and I guess that would be a gun. Or it could be this engineer. Primary could be about maybe. It would be a basic burst LMG that you don't have to reload. or it takes from the turret ammo pool. That'd be awful. Although if it was one of the turrets, then that's just I've got overclock potential written all over it. Although I can't actually tell you exactly what that would be.
Come here. No happy ending for you, bunny.
Fucking hell, that's great. Well done, dwarf. Killed one of the bunnies and just said no hoppy ending for you. We could copy the Bozar from Fallout and have a full auto sniper with no recoil.
Good work, miners. Performance
Good
points
lord.
bonus is active.
Full auto sniper. Maybe something like the Nerf Swarmfire mixed with like a Hellfire rocket launcher, and it would shoot.
Monkey just suggested.
No, and it would shoot tiny. It would shoot like the shredders from the grenade. I don't. If you mean exactly like the shredders, I don't think a gun that just shoots robots would be that great. Probably would be that interesting. It is.
Come here.
I should probably look these things up though. I mean, I've heard of the Nerf Swarm. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think an actual bee gun, is a terrible idea. Like the Wasp or bee gun from Terraria. Maybe it could be actual bees though. And then I don't know, it has to be like you have to shoot a little. You have to like shoot a little pheromone tag or something by the bees.
I don't know about a gun because obviously the grenade's similar, like a shredder grenade, but I feel like you're allowed to have a disconnect there, right? Like you would not feel like you're actively using the gun, I think. Which is the same as the
yeah, so basically
but you really don't feel like you're doing much.
No, and like the solution to that is make something that's like plasma burst missiles, where you have to control it. But obviously we have that, and it's also terrible.
At that point.
Yes. And the plasma burst missiles is just taking that step further, where you have to be. They just stick around for a lot longer, but they're not automatic. Although plasma burst missiles would be a lot better if it was automatic.
The swarmers are on you.
It's just light machine gun. He's already said it. He's already said it. It's essentially just, it is just a turreted weapon that is made light enough for a person to use. Which is why I think really in the scheme of Deep Rock, a light machine gun is not really that much of a gun. Like, it's not really, is it, for Gunner? Gunner would just have a machine gun, right? He would take the car that is not made for people, like take the weapon that's on a car not made for people and just use that. He wouldn't need a lighter version.
It's like
right?
George from Halo Reach.
Yeah, and that is exactly what it already is. Like the minigun, the Thunderhead, against the Hurricane. These are all things that taken straight off. Sorry, fucking people blasting music in the game. Taken straight off like vehicles. Meanwhile, I think a light machine gun would suit someone else more. And obviously, you couldn't really give it to Driller.
No, I think you're right about that. Well, I feel like that is sort of the intention for all of Gunner's primaries. Because, miniguns, I think miniguns always originated from being turrets. There are specifically handheld ones now that are made, but they're obviously extremely heavy and preferred to be on stands anyway. Miniguns originated from turrets, so the Leadstorm was already that. And Hurricane is just, I think it is actually a repurposed like missile salvo thing. Sure. Calling an in-place gun platform a light gun will never sound strange to me. I feel like you mean never not sound strange to me. But it's probably how a minigun is just a mini version of some massive helicopter gun. Yeah. That's what a light machine gun is. It's just a light version of a massive gun. Yeah. Seeing as every other game has picked apart Titanfall's rotting corpse after EA shot it left in the dumpster, let's add a smart pistol. Are you stupid? Sorry. We've got the smart pistol. No, rifle, I mean. That's... Titanfall pop... Honestly, I know it wasn't huge, but Titanfall itself popularised smart weapons. That's where the smart pistol was the reason the smart rifle exists in the game. And also, there's a lot of stuff that's like Titanfall. And I honestly want even more, because Titanfall's got a lot of cool weapons. I mean, the L-Star, which is an LMG in Titanfall, is basically the Drac, because it's just a really fast-firing projectile-based like, energy thing that uses heat. That's pretty cool.
Loot bug eliminated.
Yeah, but you don't. No, we don't need a smart pistol. We don't need one. I don't know. I can't agree with that. I can't. They did a smart rifle instead of a smart pistol, as far as I'm concerned. Also, I mean, I wasn't obviously. I have come around to the smart rifle quite a bit, and I don't view it like the smart pistol. Really, it doesn't really feel like that. Smart pistol felt way more automatic, and because I feel like the smart rifle. The issue I had with it was that it wasn't actually that easy to use. But that's a good thing. It's not smart as in dumb, because smart pistol you could just play dumb with because of how good it was. But the smart rifle isn't that at all. I'm actually going to give. I'm going to do something crazy. I think the Ghost Ship did a genuinely good job with the smart rifle. There, I said it. Because it's actually a good version of a smart weapon where it doesn't feel cheap. And that's one of the worst things that Respawn did when they were making those games, that the smart rifle was never a fun weapon. They downplayed it in Titanfall 2 where it was like an ability that you had to earn in game, but it was still annoying when people used it. And I had extreme disdain for anyone who used it, even though they have to earn it in game. But I'll never let go of the fact that they made it just a secondary weapon you could take of your loadout in Titanfall 1. It was the stupidest thing ever. And I don't think that first game was actually all that good. The smart rifle was one of the smart pistol was one of the reasons it. The smart pistol could be different. It could be different as you'd be unable to aim the shots in any way, but that's still too similar to really do in any meaningful way. Exactly, it's like it could be different, but I feel like it would be more interesting to just do a completely different weapon rather than try and make a smart pistol that's different from the smart rifle. It seems like a bit of a annoying endeavour for them, I'd imagine. Where's the real Barrel Vision host? What have you done with him, Skinwalker? What do you mean? I don't know. I think he's in Devon somewhere still. The bad part of Smart Rifle was Neuro Lasso. That's the only really bad part of it. Yeah, that's the thing that needs to. There's other things I would do, but that's the main thing, and that's not bad. Really, only has one massive wound, and even then, it's just one overclock. Well, it's not destroying it. I just feel like I feel like that overclock could be really great though. It's the only problem. Not even I want to see it just completely removed or replaced. I want to see a good version of it. I mean, our version of it is sort of a replacement, given that it adds either neurotoxin or pheromones, which is almost completely new mechanic to add to it. But
Swarm, it's a big one, team.
whoa, where'd my health go? I don't want to be going further down, but I am. Neuro Lasso, but it makes turrets focus targeted enemy. No, awful of it. Sorry. I thought about it before, and it's like you try and think of a smart rifle turret overclock. You think, it makes a turret shoot the targeted enemy. That just sounds like a horrible thing to use. Just to me, I just can't. I've never liked it. Okay, I about to get cramped and in my death because I always forget to change from Field Medic to High Consensus. Thank you, Bosco. You're a good man. I mean, well, hold on. Oh, sorry. Well, Neurolasso, but it does that. That is not a bad idea, actually. If they added it to Neurolasso, it could make Neurolasso better, potentially, but...
Well done, team.
I mean, I would like to see... Obviously, I say Neurolasso is the worst one. It's the worst defender, but Armor Break module needs to go as well. Seek Around outdoes it, but significantly. And it's I know it's filler because no other weapon has just armor breaking as an overclock. It's also its description is just thoroughly far from the average word count of descriptions, and we know that they were prototyping a turret overclock but didn't get it in, so they just, you know. I am so confident that armor break module is filler. It's hilarious. Well, the only other thing I can think of is that it does more damage to targets targeted by the sentry. Well, no, well, I would say to that, the best version of one that makes the turrets shoot the thing you're looking onto is that it would make the turrets do more damage, but I think that could still be quite boring and also might actually be hard to balance. I guess, because like for that to work, though, what you just said, it would need to show you, or it should show you what enemies currently being targeted by your turrets, which I don't know how you do that. But to be honest, that's something Hawkeye system should do. It should just highlight what it's currently targeting. That should be something added to Hawkeye. Hawkeye needs a bit of help, frankly. I think most people agree with that. Unfortunately, and I get why, because no one really has a responsibility to think this way, but I feel like most people just like, they kind of ignore the things they don't like. It's like, you know, everyone, if you put up a poll at what's the best, like, tier 5, or even tier 1, it's going to be Gemini system will win and so will Defender system. But it's not like anyone's like, I really wish the other one was better. They're just like, this one is better, so it's my preferred one. No one thinks beyond that. It's not, most people don't seem to think beyond that, and they don't have to. It's just, I wish everyone did, because then we would see more changes. But
I think it's they don't think about the fact that they like it because it's better. They just like it, and they don't realize that it's better because they never do the other one.
Well, they do. That's why they like it.
But it was better to use.
I just don't.
So they like it more.
I don't quite get why that doesn't translate into thinking the other one should be better. In my opinion, it just inherently does. At least subconsciously, as in they probably feel that way, but they're just not thinking it for some reason. But I guess that doesn't apply to many things. For example, you know, even if the most popular Scout primary is still the M1000, I don't think any of them are objectively the best. But it's like, in the case of these, and so in that case it's actually reasonable, but in the case of something like this, where Defender system is just way better than Hawkeye, it's like, people need to realise that that is the case. There's actual, like, just, one of them is just underpowered. I know it. You know it. We know it, don't we? Chat.
Well, the one that the Gemini is just better than the other one. So I thought that was at least a little bit more.
Well, no. That one is a little bit more. I mean, that's tier 1 though. Tier 5 is Defender system or Hawkeye system. Defense system is just more damage.
One again?
Just more damage. I think it's also something else, but and the Hawkeye system is just like more like wider angle or like more range, and it's like you can like manually target as well. It's just like that's just not going to beat more damage.
Yeah.
No one really wants to manually target them anyway.
It is never really a good fight when damage or ammo is versus basically anything other than that.
Yeah, they only really compete with each other.
Yeah.
And the Hurricane sort of does something where it makes like AoE radius compete with ammo, but not common where things do that. Oh, I still I wanted to bring up. Oh, hold on. My opinion, that wouldn't help Neurolasso at all because you can only ping enemies and have turrets focus on them. I wanted to bring up the blow through mod. I think it's pretty good on it because on the smart rifle, because it ensures that some enemy stepping in front of your bullet path doesn't block the intended target. That's probably what it's for, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
Me?
Well, you don't need. Are we listening? Are you listening?
Do this in my sleep.
Yeah.
Smart rifle blow through mod. He just said that it's for like making sure something doesn't get in your way.
Isn't that also what, like Seeker rounds is for?
Yeah, but secret rounds is an overclock. That's like your overclock.
Sure.
Well, things often do similar things.
Mm.
There's often a similar overclock and a similar like a mod that sort of goes with it, or this does a similar thing.
Where is that?
Therefore, I'm not going with it.
Thing is, it's not really for that though, is it? Considering Seeker rounds is that, but it doesn't use blow through, does it? It's just your bullet will hit your target. If they wanted that to be the goal, they would have just added that as a mod, right? They wouldn't have had to have done, you know, blow through. It
That
would've just been,
part
like,
of
guaranteed hit.
Seeker rounds could have been that mod, like just where it just it ignores enemy. Like maybe, well, no, but I feel like it's actually fine because the best version of that as a mod I can think of is just that it would go through enemies, might be getting in the way, because the terrain thing and just completely ignoring armor. I guess it's sort of three parts to Seeker rounds then. It ignoring enemies that are in the way, it also going through terrain, and also ignoring armor. And I guess you could probably, yeah, you could probably do a better version of the blow through mod that uses one of those. Apparently, Scooch is a great idea. I know the Scorched Titan. Yes. Well, hold on. The Titanfall heist episode hasn't happened yet, so hold your horses. I mean, I've got so many fucking ideas just dealing from Titanfall. I also just like making the comparison.
Heist episode, yeah.
Heist, yeah. I also just like making the comparisons of how many things are similar in Deep Rock to Titanfall, and just like so many other games with Titanfall. So I know Scorched Titan, how it can shoot out gas cans and ignite a huge area. We should give Gunno a grenade that uses the mushroom gas that gets on fire and he can fill an area. That's a neurotoxin grenade that just ignites itself, which may or may not be an overclock by conceptualized for it, where it just ignites itself once it's like done. But yeah, that's just Scoot. That is just the neurotoxin grenade, and this, yeah, with Seeker rounds just makes the bullet pass through it without damaging the enemy gone through. Though same effect, different way to do it. Well, yeah, I know that's just, I guess that's the point
Sure, I
of blow
understand
through,
Seeker rounds
but
is
it's like
better.
it's not.
But if blow through, if that's what it was for, that's why they added it. Then they would have just added it for that. But clearly they wanted to hit multiple targets with it, which is just.
Well, I feel like you're
supposed
supposed to lock onto something and then lead it things in front of the target instead of trying to hit things behind it. Which actually, I don't actually think it's good. Still, I should probably try it though. So I never thought about it in that way, and it seemed kind of obvious now I think about it. Yeah, Gunner does have incendiaries though, but it's still just a neurotoxin grenade. Oh right, sorry. Right, your gun has incendiary grenades. Exactly. That's also why. Yes, no, Scoot, you're not dumb. What a dumb idea. Because it just read like it was just a neurotoxin grenade. And I'm pretty sure it is. Did you just forget about it? Because I won't blame you.
Well done.
Egg hunt. Oh, right, I know what to do with this. But before I do that,
Orbital insertion sequence.
before we get to that, go empty my bladder. Basically, it's a grenade that adds gas that's ignited by heat and leaves napalm everywhere. There's a neurotoxin grenade mixed with the incendiary grenade. It's not a bad idea, it's just like... just mashing two things together with no nuance, unfortunately. My take. Oh, toilet. Why isn't gonna have napalm yet? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean, though? What do you mean? Does he not? Oh, fuck.
Mission selected and locked in. Time to board the drop pod.
What?
You got me wrapped up around your finger. I'll do anything for your love now. Deep Rock Galactic Bug. Hearing voice inside a wall. Hi, I was playing Deep Rock in solo mode to get a weapon for engineer class, but during the mission I kept hearing voices from inside a wall. I couldn't find the source of it, so the voice shouts, "Save me!" and other stuff in a glitched voice. Is it Carl? A side mission? Or is it my schizophrenia? I don't know, bro. I've never heard anything like that. Oh my god, someone just fucking hell. Join the walls, rescue me. Take off your skin. Fuck.
Let's hope he doesn't actually have schizophrenia.
Like fire,
But
but
would be a
jelly.
pretty bad game play if you were schizophrenically inclined.
What game wouldn't be bad? Because you would just think it's all real. What game would not? What
Kind of
does-
like a farming sim.
they'd actually think? I don't know what schizophrenia is like, but wouldn't they just think they're a farmer then? No.
No, they
Like,
just
start
probably
seeing
have
farming
voices going on their
equipment.
head telling them to tear their skin off.
Or like they would when they see like a tractor, they would literally hear the farming simulator theme. Literally hear it out loud. Well, I imagine
Probably,
it's like,
but like,
that sounds pretty cool.
well, yeah, I mean that's what like schizophrenia really is, isn't it? It's just like it essentially becomes real.
I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls. Take the skin off, claw your skin off. There's bugs on your skin, rip it off.
All right, fine. I'll return to sleeping under your bed, but only when you're not there.
Very clever, well done.
Molly,
Hey.
come here.
Very good. Well done. And come out of that one.
I should call for the mule.
Internet. The internet told me to do it.
The internet told me, Dad. The internet told me to do it.
That the internet told me that there's someone in our walls.
Gotta tear them down, Dad. Gotta tear the walls
man
down.
that's been watching me sleep.
Is it the Hat Man?
Oh, son, that was me.
Oh, what the fuck?
The one in your the walls is
Your
just
walls.
heaven.
Kev.
Jaw dropping.
Kev boy. Even. Schmeven.
Schmevin. Schmelvin.
Schmel voids.
Barv.
Huh?
Barv. Code word that will immediately send Tom into a flashback and make him have a crisis. Pretty cool word.
It's a pretty cool word.
Maybe
I don't know what it means,
we're
I mean.
gonna die after all.
Gay. Don't get.
Big bug.
Maybe we could do something with like alien crystals or something. I'm sure we could. I'm sure we could do something with alien. If I had one.
Rock Park's infected bugs coming your
Woo!
way, team. Remember, avoid any close contact, and do hit the showers once you get back.
Box Fox Scoops. Wait, what crystals that control gravity? That's not a thing. We talk
This is it. Try not to die.
Watch out! Rockbox Glyphid eliminated.
Just grab a glyphid and yeet it. I wish I could. terrible. Oh no! Woo! I don't know if I'm gonna gaslight you or not, Goo. Actually, no, I won't. You're thinking of the pillars in Azure Wield that gives the defense buff, but you're combining them with the gravity well, which is also in the Azure Wield. The gravity well is just a complete anomaly. No, it's like little balls at the bottom of it. It's no big crystals. Unless I am being somehow wrong. I don't know if I believe that.
This rock box hurts. Thanks, Bosco. Really need to provide some better equipment. Explosives flying. The rock pox really did a number on the Clifford.
Fast and Morbius.
You're a good mule, Molly.
Yeah, gotcha.
Contagious.
Pardon me.
Never felt better. I got the tri-jaw. These bugs don't stand a chance against me.
I mean, my idea was it would do like damage over time and slowly crush the Glyphid. But to have a really good arm break, maybe. Oh fuck! I just clanged my teeth together really hard for some reason. So this is a gravity gun that like crushes like it. I mean that's what. And I personally like the idea of something like that being like a literal gauntlet. So we have the Brave Cooker which goes over the arm. I want like something like that, except it actually looks like a fist, and it does like the animation for you. Like damaging something would actually be crushing it, or closing the fist. I know you pick up and throw like 2 or 3 grunts at a time, but not like big grunts. I guess the problem with that, it's good. It's like a really great idea, and I can see them falling in love with it, like potentially, or just an idea like that. But it's like that would necessitate them adding living enemy ragdolls, which is, although I guess the only way it would work is if every time you pick something up, it will eventually die, and then it can be thrown. But it's like there's a lot of stuff there that isn't currently implemented that they would have to implement to make that weapon work in a way that would be, I guess, how it should work.
At least we don't have to.
No, that's not my go reaction. No, because I think it's actually a really good idea.
Go fetch. out! It's overheated!
Count your fingers. How it's been. Grunts are stuck to the surfaces currently. What do you mean by that? Do you mean what I mean? As in, like, they can't be taken off of the surface while alive? Yeah, it might be possible for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was sort of explaining this. It's like there's some, and it's like, would it be worth doing for one weapon? And my argument would be absolutely it's worth doing for one weapon because it opens up a lot of potential for other things. Just anything that uses push damage, like, or just you know, repulsor grenades and sort of ground pound attacks that throw enemies around and things like that. It would open the door for a lot of cool shit. It would absolutely be worth doing. On their part, I think. Unless it's a lot more than I think. It's just I know that it's a lot because they haven't done it already. So there's really good reason to do it, but it might still just be too much work. You'd have to. They would and they should, you know, implement different sort of getting back up animations for every enemy. And also, what does throwing a Mactera look like? I mean, I guess it would just return to flight once it's been thrown, but like, would you implement like momentum physics where it would take damage if it gets thrown into a wall, and based on how much like force it's thrown with and whatnot? There's a lot to consider, and I think it's actually worth looking into again on that part, but it still might be too much to actually do. If it's too OP, maybe have it be near useless against armor, but like almost immediately squish base grunt. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be OP. I mean, it's like they would just make it balanced. This the problem is the mechanic literally game as it is currently, with how ragdolls are applied and where they are and aren't allowed to happen, such as no enemy can be ragdolled while alive because the animations for them getting back up don't exist. There's technical limitations, basically. This idea probably won't work, fortunately. I'm not worried about balance. That would just be them. That's their job. But there's some things that they might not be able to do, literally. Like, I almost want nothing more than like a gravity-based weapon that lets you throw enemies, but it's potentially impossible. And it might just be impossible to do. I mean, I don't think it would be impossible, but it might be possible in the sense that it would never be worth it. Because it might just be too much work. Okay, so the funny thing isn't necessarily mechanic, but it's like, if it works in the sense of it just holds them in place and doesn't necessarily pick them up, then it can definitely work. Like a telekinetic, you know, thought that it just holds enemies in place or damaging, that could absolutely work. As long as it doesn't lift them off the ground, because then you wouldn't have to think about them being let go then. Make Bacteria crawl on the ground. I wish I could. It's not like the idea that Sludge just would be hit. Like Sludge would be obviously it doesn't instantly kill them, but it would be heavy enough to like ground Bacteria. They're just stuck on the ground, sort of wiggling. Or you could just shoot their wings off even and be grounded.
Getting more ammo. Yeah.
Well, maybe this weapon would be suited to some kind of secondary or a slot where you wouldn't necessarily expect great AoE from the weapon. It would always, in terms of function, it would always make sense of the gun of primary. You just focus on something and it will eventually die, but you actually can't hit multiple things at once. Or it could, you know, I guess basic thing could be, it could either be a base mechanic that you could play with, or it could be bomb and upgrade or overclock, but it could like release a blast when you let go based on how long you were holding something. It would definitely suit engineer. I think it would suit engineer or driller secondary. And it could be engineer secondary or primary. It would also be an awesome just tool. But I don't know how that would be implemented. Obviously, a tool like one where it just gets called down as a drop, whatever given reason, would obviously just work because you can do whatever you want for that. It doesn't really matter what class picks it up. Anyone can pick it up. It's like, what would you swap for it though? Don't swap anything. You know, I mean, I would swap the flare gun for it, obviously, but you know that's like such a big change in terms of how much combat utility that slot provides. It might break the balance of the class. So, if I were to suggest, it would be engineer primary or secondary, or driller secondary.
Move your tin
Back off,
ass
mate.
over here and hurry, please.
Fuck back.
Found you, you greasy meatball. No more rum. Time for the faucet.
Pardon me. In the class, it ends up on and how useful it is much better as a primary, so it's more of a compromise. I think I just want it. I'd take it on anyone, frankly, but I hate having like a really, I don't know, I don't want to say good. It's not really the best way to put it. Just having a really vivid imagination, because I can imagine so clearly this weapon in the game and how it would work. It just makes me want it even more. Obviously, it doesn't exist, and it probably won't. Sometimes I literally wish I could actually just straight switch my imagination off.
Big fat hairy balls. Big fat hairy balls. Are you picturing it? Big fat hairy balls.
Yeah.
Picture big fat hairy balls.
Yes, I'm picturing it. Have you ever actually been, like, you know, disgusted or disturbed by something you've imagined, though? Like, as in, not, it is also unprompted, by the way. It's not like someone said something like, I don't know, like bleeding, like, putting dick into blender or something. Like, it's just an original thought, and it's disturbed you.
Yeah. And I kind of don't want to say it.
Well, I wasn't asking for it. So, don't.
Well, yeah.
Don't say it. Don't. Do not. Don't say it. Don't say it, Pug. Don't say it. Don't say it. No one wants you to do that. I can see Dredd wanting to feel crushing the bugs with his hands. Yeah. Because it's an AoE thing that clears hordes, never reloads. Yeah. Well, I don't think it have to be AoE. It could be anything. Anyone. Now we're talking. Oh, apparently Duke's had plenty of such thoughts. I got smooth brain, so I don't have thoughts. No thoughts equals no worry.
Nobody. Out of me.
Everything gonna be alright.
Except it isn't. And it all comes crumbling apart. There is no bright side. Just misery.
Almost over. Wipe out what's left.
Okay. Do we know when the DLG spin-off game is coming? I don't know. Do we? Do we? Tyler, do we?
I think that's actually 3 they announced, the one that was in like least far in its development.
No, that was no, the spin-off definitely wasn't. That's like the soonest, I'm pretty
No.
sure.
Then
No,
you
it's,
should fucking know it, you bitch.
I don't know, but Dark Swarm is the one furthest down.
That was the closest.
So who's this idiot grifting on my mission? I know that's what he's doing. No one joins a mission 20 minutes in unless they're grifting. Right?
Is that the term you made for it?
That's like just the default term for something like this. It makes sense. The community hasn't given it a label, so grifting. Oh look, Jordan's fire resistance actually just saved my life. From a detonator. Because that is one of the examples where it actually works. Oh no! Here it comes again. I remember when we used to climb to... No. Bunny, die! I don't think we got it. No. Didn't even take any damage from these shit balls. Wait, did I not call in a resplit? I did, okay.
Ready to kill some more crates. I needed that.
Super Fail X. Great. Glad to have you.
Not sure if you were truly alive, but now.
Okay, he's alive. What's up, dude?
Okay.
Attention! Look! I found Springway.
What? Scoot, what's going on? What did I miss something? Fuck. Oh wow, look at that.
One more spring bunny secured. Management will be pleased. Performance point bonus
My
activated.
goodness.
Flares are returning.
Rat. Who are these people? Why are they oh, well, I hate them. Yeah, Spin did ask when the DOG spin-off is coming out. And I said, and then you said, I don't think it can be gay, sorry. Oh! Oh! Fuck you! Jesus Christ. Fuck me, I mean. That's dumb, though. It's just a dumb joke, but I'm so stupid. I should have got... Oh, you bastard.
Attention, new miner inbound.
Oh, God, there's still 3 contagion spikes to get. I'm gonna take another reason spike.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
Oh, God damn, we don't have anything. This doesn't feel right at all.
I was born ready.
echo. What do you mean? What's going on?
Hey!
Scanners just picked up a horde of agitated glyphid swarmers. Guess
You woke them up.
Get ready.
Yeah, this isn't really the time for this.
The swarmers are here.
Got a swarm to deal with.
Players ready.
Another rockbox glyphid down. Born ready.
Pod launched. Cleansing equipment is en route.
Audit and heal my rat.
Cleansing equipment is on site. Time to stop the rockbox in its tracks.
Applying lithochrome on the rockbox foil.
No more beasties incoming. Take care of what is left, then have a breather.
For Carl! It's overheated. Flares ain't ready.
Have a bullet in the fight.
What is going on here?
Time
Litho back.
homie.
Vacuuming the area.
Wait, is this 2 spikes in one?
Homing up the area.
It might be.
Damn rock box.
The rockbox is contagious. Noodle. Oh, yes, sir. No.
The other one's down there.
Don't waste your ammunition. Cover. Whack-a-mole.
Pay your master.
Master.
I get it.
Master.
Born.
Applying lithochrome on the rock box. Vacuum up all the foam and rock box.
Come on, bro.
litho-
Let's find the
Come on! What are you doing? Look, he's just waiting. Do it. Okay.
A small but important victory against the rockbox. Keep it up.
following me.
Who's this guy? What's up, driller?
Dwarf inbound.
Yo, what's up?
Let there be law. I'm getting infected.
Step one. Cover rock box foils with foam.
Roger. Cleansing pod launched and will arrive shortly.
Took my beard off.
The cleansing equipment has arrived. Clear the area of rockbox and get on with the mission.
The rock box got it.
Contagion spike neutralized. Excellent work. Remember to report if you
Wait,
experience
it's just
any
like
resistance
1,
within
2,
the next 24
3,
hours.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Praetorians. Something like that.
Stand by. Cleansing pod is on
Bingeling.
its way.
We gotta locate and destroy the brute.
Bingeling.
Cleansing it. Be sure to keep contact with the infection to a minimum.
Reloaded.
Deploying lithochrome.
Oh. Right, we back, baby.
Rockbox swarm incoming. Do follow decontamination protocols on return.
I still think Garner would fill the soap gun with acid or infected stuff and use it methods. Well, we have a pretty good idea for a sludge bomb Robocop where it just makes it work like the lithofoamer, and it just shoots sludge like that, and it replaces both the normal shots and the charge shots. And it would just shoot the fragments. So basically, what comes out of the charge shot, shoot those. You could just paint puddles all over the place, but it wouldn't like you couldn't like laser something down with it. It'd be used for, like painting ground puddles. What Tyler doesn't realise is that it's actually very similar to an overclock I came up with the workshop with Sludge Storm. He did it. That's pretty funny. I don't even. I guess maybe I have benefit of hindsight, but I remember when season 3 first came out on PC, I saw Snow playing it, and he used super cooling chamber against the Rockbox enemies, and was trying to hit the blisters with super cooling chamber, which you should know is stupid overkill because that's the most powerful weak point multiplier in the game, and the Rockbox blisters go down in one hit from anything. But I don't think I would have even tried that without knowing. I just don't. I think blisters. I always sort of knew how it would be. And I would never try super cool chamber. I know it's because it was buff as well, but still, I'm dumb. So he hasn't done the thing in a while. I'm pretty sure. Unless I unsubscribed to him. Just have to back him up because if it's well, I mean, I'd love to see both the Lithophoma and the Lithovac used for weapons or other things somehow. And I guess the only other thing they could be is weapons because they're already full. So it's like. But either one reinterpreted into a weapon. Maybe even both in one, it would switch. That would be great, actually. I mean, it really should have been that, where you just pick up the one and you switch to the other firing mode, but it was just so multiple people could do it, really. It'd be like so it's a team thing. That's the only reason why there's 2 weapons, 2 cleaning tools.
Sucking up the foam.
Yeah, we need a bit more foam first, I think. Where's the Lithophoma? Doing it. Get that bit. We need. Hold on, sir. Which one can we get? Or 2 in 1. Who did this? I reckon some sort of good infection thing is going to be added. Oh, as like, what do you mean? You mean like a weapon or something, or grenade that infects things? Yeah, maybe a leech gun. Yeah, it's like, what exactly would it do though? I guess is the question. Obviously, that's an obvious question, but I think it needs to be asked. Would it actually turn enemies against each other, like a pheromones thing, or would it just damage them? Or would it be like, you basically set up an infection that can spread, but then it's like not too dissimilar from fire then, with how fire spreads. There's food for thought.
Molly, over here! Carry anymore.
Yeah.
Molly, come here.
You couldn't hear me because I wasn't saying anything. What do you mean, Mike? What? That's what it was about. You thought I was talking, but I wasn't. You silly boy.
Menace eliminated. Ah!
One sentry gun ready to be built.
One heading to the mule.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
This is quite silly, yes, quite silly. Very goofy. Very goofy.
Lift with your legs.
Looks clean to me. Rock and stone, brother.
All objectives done. Press the button on the mule when you're ready and we'll send the drop pod back in.
Yeah.
Not all objectives on there, is it? Got a fossil to find.
Move your tin ass over here and hurry, please.
Stand back, supply pod inbound.
Stuck on this stuff.
Secondary objective completed.
Hey.
Fine job.
In that case, we are fit to leave.
Attention.
Oh.
A swarm on the way. Repeat, swarm.
When resupplying, get in there and share with your teammates. Much better.
Looky.
Be gone!
That
Mr.
one's
B.
nice.
Combat positions. The swarm is here.
Weapon ready. Ready out.
Better
Over here by the mark point. Idiot. Slow down, please. And it went through. You'll be killed. Arrest this.
Scanner showed the wave is thinning out. Take out the rest of them. Stat.
Horn ready. What do I plan? Double jointed freak. Why are you shooting at me? Lights up. Look over here. Molly, my most trustiest mule. Lighting up. Hit it.
well, Molly.
Good work. Sending in the drop pod.
If only this bloody bucket was
I'm
bigger.
taking some of the ammo. I needed that.
Mark.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Something. Come here.
Drop pod departing in T-minus
I am a
5
driller,
minutes.
but I'm going to take the proper route. I guess. Fuck. Fuck!
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Oh, I'm out of here. Flares up. One set gun ready.
You take the drills off when you go to bed.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Players could need an upgrade. Move it!
But I think of heavy hitter. I think heavy hitter's an awesome overclock. Definitely my favourite for the EPC. Actually, well, probably is. I just don't use EPC that much anymore. But EPC is great. Heavy hitter's great. I mean,
Good work. We're pulling you back in.
oh, I think I have to take that. Don't expect to get. Oh, I haven't had that happen to me in a while. I don't think I've actually been killed like C4 by a driller who wasn't Tyler.
Hello.
No racist.
Yeah.
Fiend.
What do you want?
What? What do you mean what I want? Ian.
When you don't
Yeah, how do I build heavy hitter? I always use heavy hitter with Burning Nightmare. That's the ideal. You can always set a granite fire in 2 shots, or just take care of something to, like 2-shot acid splitters and hand web splitters, and or pretty much all Maxera, set gil on fire and stuff. It's great. But you could also use it with plasma splash because it's the only way to actually increase their damage that plasma splash does. It's still not a good idea though. Still like just worse than the other options. You can do it. It's something you can do.
Mission locked in. Powering up the drop pod.
Well, Nathaniel, yeah, the heat does apply to normal shots because that was always the point. Before it was Burning Nightmare, it was just plasma burn. It just made the normal shots inflict heat. That's how I still view it. So weird that someone wouldn't view it that way. Me. And you took thin containment field for the heat build up. That's really weird. That's weird, I think. Oh, because of heavy hitter. Well, you should be able to control that. And also, with plasma burn, you can get done whatever you need to get done with before it overheats. Or within it overheating. It's not going to be a problem. You can get enough shots off to set on fire Praetorian before it overheats, so. I can't believe they merged it with Blind Nightmare and buffed it anyway. They added like a tiny bit of like heat AoE, which is enough to actually set swarmers on fire. When you take Burning Nightmare to spam heat orb to the crowd, so forget it applies heat on normal shots. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Sorry, I just don't. It's fair. I just don't find it relatable. I don't tend to forget things like that. I was in a rush when building mine, so I was just looking for straight normal shot buffs. Yeah, but that's fair. But obviously, I guess, and you didn't realise, but Burning Nightmare is the best normal shot buff there is. My goodness.
Nah.
What? I mean, nah. Hold on. Remove gun. Nerf everything, remove guns, double click spawns. Agreed. I should objectively be using impact back to this build. Stupid.
Warden down! Now kill the rest of
I
them!
made a platform.
Hate to wait for flare charges. Here! Have some extinction! This ain't bowling, this is Hoxus! There are no rules. I'm totally loaded!
I was born ready.
Cleansing equipment is on its way. Cleansing pod has arrived. Time to clean up.
You guys
Charging!
getting guys,
That guy in mission control, he really has a cozy job. Die, you plague or fested abomination! Impossible! Send the cleansing pod, please.
Request received. Cleansing pod incoming.
Stop them dead!
The cleansing equipment has arrived. Clear the area of rockpox and get on with the mission.
I kind of want like a deep dive, but where it's like a risk reward thing. Keep going, potentially lose everything, and stop and be safe, but miss out potentially. I mean, an endless deep dive has always been like probably a better version of dives. I reckon. Yeah, that's safe. That's a good idea.
Hey!
And has minerals. Well, yeah, it could have minerals. I mean, that's actually not the normal. See, the deep dives are made pretty boring because we don't have any incentive to play them anymore, and they just don't have things interesting things happening in them. If it's an endless thing, then the point is to get as far as you can, and it doesn't just stop after 3 missions. So that inherently might bring enough interest, but you should probably still include minerals. Oh.
And moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
Cleansing complete. Do decontaminate thoroughly when you arrive back at the space rig.
I'm doing my part.
One sensor gun, ready to be built. Sentry done. Go get him, boy.
Maybe it's like waypoints every 3rd deep dive mission where it's just like spaceport. They change the area outside to like the mission you were just on. Good lord. I guess that probably would be cool, but I don't see that ever.
Not ready. There's the charging. Never felt better.
What we doing? What we playing?
The smell.
We.
Lingers.
I don't know. literally just playing one eye there. Hello.
You wanna play some over?
Depends. If anyone wants to continue playing Deep Rock, because there is a new season, Tom.
Oh shit, that means new season of
World of
Or
Tanks.
Tanks as
Isn't
well.
every other day a new season of World of Tanks?
Who says I don't want to play Overwatch?
Alright.
Or it's just that if I didn't want to play, if I was going to play with you, you just want to play Valheim, wouldn't you?
I would.
Same.
Yeah. But. Alright, good.
Kim wants to play Overwatch though.
Alright, we'll do that then. You
I'm
going my
playing
tire tonight?
No, I gotta do washing.
Alright.
I mean, it might be ready by then, but I really can't go with the fuck. It's just too dirty, too filthy. But
There's always a new World of Tanks season. Thank you, Junkrat.
I think we're actually alright.
Give me an amazing sightline by sending me into the air.
Good
yeah,
for
Kim
you.
messaged me like last night. She's like, "Oh, guess what? I got gold on Mercy." No way. Got fucking gold.
I think we really need to spectate Kim as the Mercy.
I am.
Bitch, if you want to join what we've
She's
played
fucking
as well, you
terrible.
because we ain't gonna be. Oh shit! I did not hear that. No, I don't think Harry even can.
What?
Or at least we'll be too high ranked.
Oh.
We won't be hitting comp. Plus, Kim doesn't like playing comp because she's awful. Or I guess she might not
Yeah.
now since she did get ranked.
Yeah, she plays it very occasionally. And honestly, I can't tell if the average random is going to be a better or worse healer than Kim.
Probably better.
We'll have a Masters Mitchell. Is your support Masters now, Mitch?
Yeah,
Right.
Contagion spike neutralized. Scanner
Yeah,
shown
should
no
equal it out.
rockpox in the area. Let's get on with the team.
Well, Kim's dreadful, so you want to play support.
Icon inbound.
Yeah, that's Tom's girlfriend. So obviously she plays Mercy because she's a woman, but then obviously she's bad because she's also a woman. That was BS. Did you see that?
Base Tyler.
All the bombs, yeah. I'm gonna get all of that bit. Although I like PR, that she's already got her ult. I'm backing the hell up.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
Keck.
Keck.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. What the shit?
No, Junkrat will fucking insta-kill me.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What's this game has a major issue? What's that, Sydney? What's that in Scoot? What's going on?
Thank you, Anna. I'm so
Keep trying to rock and stone in every other game now. I didn't see that's deep. That's a you issue then.
Bob's dead.
Get him, Bob.
The season, this World of Tong. In 48 A2 pattern. Nice tank.
Oh my god, I still got a blob. Didn't need much more than like halfway through there. I still had like duds.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
My main thing about the new Brig ult is that I know damn well that I'm gonna keep the ult, wait for a Mercy to try resing in front of me, ult and shield basher. Literally, the fact that I now have means to stop a Mercy ult or Mercy res is like, that's it.
Oh yeah. Brig's got an update.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking bitch, idiot, dumb cunt. Sorry.
That's why everyone hated it so much. Everyone hated
mother.
Brig so much. Like apparently Bronx
Your
was
mother.
only added because of Brig. like how obsessively strong she was, that the game literally couldn't work because no one would play DPS.
Interesting argument. Fortunately, I had sexual intercourse with your mum.
3 tanks, 3 supports, and like Rig was apparently the linchpin of why that worked.
Okay.
Oh, I did not hear that again. In all fairness, it came from my right, and I know that on.
New water tank season's pretty low tier. They only did a
They only had an
minor.
entire country.
They did a minor UI overhaul and added a new tree to the Cold War.
I'd take a season.
Not really that good. Kind of mid.
Yeah, I mean, fucking Overwatch has had like 4 seasons. Seaport's only ever 1. But World of Tanks probably had like 7.
It sounds bad, doesn't it? And then you realise how much smaller Deeprock is and that there's no microtransactions.
Water Tanks is on season 18 right now.
World of Tanks has been around for a while, though, hasn't it?
What was seasons?
How long's it been doing seasons? Like 4 weeks or something? What
50 days.
do you mean? No.
What?
How long has it been doing seasons?
So is it on season 50 now then, Tom? Is that what you remember?
No,
What season
I
is it on?
misheard him. 18.
18? That's less time I thought.
Yeah, well, 'cause they haven't been doing seasons very long.
Yeah, hello.
Each season is I think 55 days
Joseph here?
long.
Yeah.
Shit. Turret game.
No.
Yes, turret.
Why? Why do you...
I will
Yeah, it probably was. Plus the
start
air shooting.
over whacked.
Go turret!
There's no
Nothing can
penalty for quitting a quick play game, is there?
No, that's kind of the point.
New season. I ended up. How did I get plat with fucking support? What?
There was a thing. You know how
Well, this is embarrassing.
ranks decayed every season. They got rid of that and they gave everyone back the stuff that they decayed. So there was a big boost.
Oh.
Like people like broke through stuff and weird stuff occurred.
Oh.
They fucked around and now they're finding out. There was a really good example of that I
Oh my
heard
god,
last
the new hero.
night.
Oh yeah, you have to unlock him. Fuck's sake. What do I have to do?
World of Tanks / Warships is just one of those series that everyone knows of and crosses over everything, but nobody knows anyone who plays it. Well, we know someone who plays it. This idiot. His name's Thomas.
What happened?
No, you're dumb and getting stupid and play World of Tanks.
What's wrong with World of Tanks?
Nothing.
Yeah, mate, you're wank. God. Yeah.
Wait.
You like.
Oh wait, can you only unlock him in the battle pass at the moment?
What no
Yeah,
battle
you can't
pass.
actually play him unless you buy the pass or get chunk through it.
Love that.
It's
Right, so
cool.
where actually is the bunny then? Hey, fellas.
I think he was agreeing that their tank is
Oh.
absolutely wank.
Bring it back.
Yeah, it's the Doomfist that has never actually thrown a punch.
That's a decent Bastion skin. Bastion skin. Oh, Winton.
Winton.
Done. That's a fucking weird ass Winton skin. Looks like from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but you know who is? Ryan. At least the pro Ryan players think he's
Oh, life-
basically going to be
life
unusable at this
skin.
point.
Well, I assume they're made by the same
Decent
people.
Skin.
Isn't War Thunder even in the
Ash
same
skin.
family?
It'd just be a bit more skins.
They transitioned. They got rid of 50 armor, and then gave him 25 health. So he lost 25 total and 25 armor, which is better than health. Yeah.
Sigma.
Sigma.
This past is very
Very full of
Morty-esque.
legendaries, isn't it?
Very Rick and Morty-esque.
No, it is though. All the
and
characters
Morty.
look like Rick and Morty characters.
There's just aliens.
Exactly.
Although the Sigma skin is trippy.
It is.
Like, this is actually the first mythic where I'm like, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I mean, obviously you were there. I didn't really give a shit about the different versions of it. But well, I'm just gonna do this. At least most of them. There is like echo.
Can I play new guy in practice range? I can, can't I?
Yeah, you can. I do hear that. I heard it, and I could have killed it. I imagine. I mean, it's right there. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what? What the fuck is this?
I just hold down the right trigger and me and the turret.
What's
just
right
work.
trick? What's this fucking right trigger thing?
What do you mean, Tom? Right trigger as in shooting. The healing
do
pedal.
anything.
Keep it together. Drop pod is en route.
Yeah, if there's no enemy to heal, it doesn't do anything.
Getting
That was a
supplies.
mad impressive.
Teammate. Wait, so how does he do damage then?
Right on this thing, it's a bit like Mercy, you have to switch to your damage option. And in switching, it will reload. So, I didn't mean to switch, but like,
Landing and is ready for takeoff.
yeah, you can.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Bro, this is a lot of damage.
Flying dwarf. Yeah, that's pretty all this.
Yeah?
And it's true, they did do that, yeah. It's fair enough, I think. Having your tank be out of action like that is kind of
Yeah,
bullshit.
sure. Yeah.
Extraction commencing. Good.
Yeah, alternate ammo, it's the fact that you'll do way more damage on a weak point than a normal shot without literally focus shots, so it's not.
Well, then he's got this one where he
Oh.
pulls teammate. No, that's his little dash. Was that pulls the teammate? Yeah, you can only do that every swap. No.
Yep. A lot now. Oh, my god. I will assume she doesn't have sleep. She's not dead yet.
His healing's fucking shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
we struggle.
You got it. You got it. All better. Oh my god.
It might be a thing of the future. Like, I mean, this is like the newest map they made, so.
Come on, fellas.
Mission
Get it.
selected. Powering up the drop pod. Get on board, team.
Me fucking toddy.
Skull crushers for everyone.
Fuck me. Where is rest of team?
You know, you're not being paid by the hour. Get to work.
You can pretty much use it constantly, the platform.
Yeah, there's like 2 seconds downtime.
Well, it's not 2 seconds, it's just the fact that by the time it's worn out, it's like the amount the time
I've seen
it
it,
lasts is the same time that it
No, I think it's like 2 seconds, Tom.
that's not.
Drink it, buddy.
No, I
It's-
thought it
it's
was
12
12
it's-
seconds
no.
duration, 10 seconds, or 12 seconds cooldown, 10 seconds duration.
Yeah, it's actually the same
But,
thing. Isn't
oh
it?
right, no, activation. But if it's infinite on the floor, I get what you mean, yeah. If you set it up beforehand, it is, you can get it back
Yeah.
then and there, basically. But if you raise it
Yeah.
instantly,
So, like-
maybe 2 seconds of,
Yeah, so you can like put it down and prep and. Sorry?
Doesn't matter. My thing went out last
I
time.
don't know. I don't mind.
That was so obvious that I didn't need to bother. Good luck, big guy. Member of his team that'll be on.
Ding. Actually.
Cringe.
Oh no! Cringe.
Yeah, why not? No harm to me. And if they're dumb enough, they might die to it. Or get it alive, get a bit more damage, get a bit more old charge. If we had a rig, we could, you know, have a temporary tank.
This rock is gonna be the death of us.
I would have thought that since there's only two of us that I'll be getting heals more quicker.
If we survive, next round is on me.
This is a salvage mission. A previous crew lost their mini mules, their drop pod, and their lives in this cave.
Maybe we'll last for too long.
Repair the lost mules, get the drop pod operational, and return to base.
Defend objective unspecified.
And try not to mess it up like your former colleague.
What does it mean by that? Alright. That was really all of that.
Kim fucking made it out.
Coordinates transferred.
I was gonna get you.
Brain scan.
The party. Wait. Why is she muted? Well, she's gonna be saying anything anyway.
So I am streaming right now. I wouldn't.
I'm gonna get a better bag.
Yeah.
Make every bullet count. Stop poking.
See, is the tank actually back? No.
Well done. The mule is working again.
Shit.
I hate thorns. Everyone, can I get
There can only be one.
I heard accessibility system used to be bad and got buffed in season 3. I said it's still bad. I don't know where you get information from because I don't even think it was buffed and it's also never been bad. Super cooling chamber you're talking about. You're definitely talking about super cooling chamber. The unstable one, right? The weak point notes.
It's fine, I had overload.
I know these things. The anti-stability system is great. I love it. Brilliant. Favorite for the 1000. Ass. I love ass.
I do not have overload. Now he comes back.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I know these things.
suck on this, you freaking nature?
He's gone nummies.
One day I can do
Nom,
it.
nom,
Okay. I went a week ago. Anything like shake screen.
Kill me. Well, think again. Feeling much better now.
The platform thing is a real good combo with the grappling, because you can basically just put a teammate in and then just give them high ground.
Mm-hmm. Or you could just put the platform below a teammate and give him high ground.
Yeah. Like that. I was fucking. Shut up. I was in. There are a lot of ways in place to stop you from pulling the teammates off the map.
What was the buff
what's
that
that?
made it
What,
better?
you
Well,
can
they,
literally
well,
drop heals?
it used to just increase the focus shot damage bonus,
Pilot,
which is actually a lot smaller than it looks.
Does Lightweaver drop heals when he dies?
Yeah. He was
But
the enemy team
they
there
added
as
a
well.
weak point multiplier, and it does flat 3 times damage to weak points. Oh,
Right now.
Oh my fucking life.
intense.
What we lost? We weren't allowed to die yet. Our supports. What are they? What are they?
Would let me die?
Cool beans.
Took out a loot box. Depositing. Got no flares ready.
Can we get to say that? Our tank lagged out, and one of our teammates must have been in like a party with him because he told everyone that he's lagged out. And then when he says sorry guys, I lagged out, his mate in the chat says it's okay. He does not get to see that.
What?
Been rotten down. It prickles.
I mean, oh.
Secondary objective completed. Finish the job.
Yeah, it does say it. It does say
Yeah,
it.
be joining.
Yes.
Yeah, so's Mitch. Yeah, no, no.
Come here.
I got it, I pulled her off.
Beg your pardon?
Pulled her off the map.
I beg your
Yeah.
pardon.
You can do that.
Grab a look! Come on, bro!
Oh shit. Oh, by the way, hold on, Pom. Hold on, there might be some sort of timing to this, I'm not sure. Go Winston.
Rock and roll.
Good lord.
Okay,
Mule is functional again. Great.
hold on, I'm gonna have to wait for my flower to come back. Or I can use this one.
Next time,
Go back.
goes.
No, you just pulled me down, you bitch. Alright,
What's
Hold on,
doing
hold
there
on.
then? What's that doing there then, eh? You fucking ape.
so,
Well, you want me to
Stand
jump
back.
and you grab me?
pretty much, yeah. Which button is this? Is that bumper, right? No, right bumper.
You ready?
Right.
I'm gonna jump. On the jump direction I'm going. Looking, right?
Right. Quick! Oh, wait, no, you jumped towards me, you dumbass.
I said I was gonna jump the direction I was looking.
No, jump towards me!
Stop, just stop, just stop, just stop, just stop. I'll fucking kick you. Don't do this.
This takes more skill than I thought. I think you get the point of what you can do, right?
What? I jump in, you immediately pull me back.
No. You jump towards me, I pull you while you're jumping, you get slingshot far.
Oh, that is, but I'm not a fan of it.
Oh. Okay. Let's try that again then. Ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Didn't work.
Clearly there is some sort of skill to this. That's from like a group of top 500 players, so I'm not surprised they managed to do it so easily.
Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
different in any way. It's just
You ready to join here?
no.
Oh. Maybe we could go to a quick play game.
Now to get the pod working.
No, wait.
Establishing a proper connection between the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink.
I didn't mean that. What you want?
What? I didn't hear you. Right.
What you want?
Just getting pulled around everywhere.
What is this guy doing?
Triangulation initiated. Do not leave the triangulation zone or we will lose the connection. We only got one shot at this.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill.
Oh.
Triangulation at 50%.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Let there be light. Grabbing him.
You can use that to like block doors and stairs, by the way.
It's fucking
Right, bitch.
Triangulation at 75%. Almost there.
Tree climbing halfway. Light is up.
I think kind of does a good amount of damage, to be honest with you.
If you use all three of her attacks in quick succession, you can manage to do like not just health, but a little bit. You can almost one-shot Tracer.
Sending in fresh fuel cells for the drop pod.
No, I'm just like, you know, you just like shield bash, knock them a couple of times, and then as they get away, you just do the whip, basically, isn't it? That's the strat.
Yeah, but as they get away in this game, plus these are 200 health enemies, and the chances are they're going to kill you first. But with the ult,
Which is what I wanted to try.
Fuel cells have arrived.
things.
Whoa, look at this, whoa. Does she have any other buffs while she's in ult form other than her shield?
Every time this sound
She
has
gains
4, something
100
goes
armor.
wrong. Most with her bulk spawning. You can. There are ways around that. It's
So
not
she
an
grows
instant
to
fail.
have like 250 health.
Wish I could show you though, because I can't really explain it.
Kim trying to kill me. Actually, no, Mitchell's right guy to kill me.
Charge cable plugged
Rat
in.
bastard.
Prep the fuel cells
I bash people.
You mean your teammate?
I just found how dark it is.
You made her leave, Thomas.
You fucking idiot.
Good lord!
Feeling much better now. Ready to kill some more crates.
What's he doing now?
Getting supplies.
Oh, it's his Steve as well.
Fuel cells charging.
Still in that one mission.
Operational.
Nope.
We're expecting an increase in hostiles.
No.
What is taking you so long, Harry?
Supply pod inbound.
Everybody collect ammunition.
Good idea.
No idea how long Harry's gonna take.
About
Neither does he.
4 minutes.
He has no idea.
Literally could not put a figure on it if you tried.
No. I think there's no way to. What's the player number in this new? 3v3s.
Fuel cells at 75%. You're almost there.
So Moira, not Moira, Mercy's got better movement now. It was what it was before, where she had what, it was a short cooldown on her jump. You know? Like the move teammate
This engineer is honestly the stupidest person I've ever seen. Placed multiple resupplies outside the zone.
What do you mean?
He just goes to get
the
them.
scene. Have you not looked in a mirror before?
No. No, I haven't.
Did you get it?
I refuse to look in the mirrors because I don't want to see someone stupider than this engineer, and I will look in the mirror.
Mitchell, if you ever pull me and it
Regis.
pisses me off, I will come in there and beat you.
Can
Are
you?
we clear on
Are you
this?
strong enough? Fucking! Oh my god, that was horrible. Wow.
Piece of shit.
Onboard mainframe booting.
The Sarge
Whatever
pump might be
damage
crowd
Mercy.
control king, but you can only get out those
You
charge
don't
shots so
need any
quickly.
heals from
You
me.
can get out those charge shots
Your
quickly
DPS.
enough all the time. There's nothing wrong with the charge speed in this. Immaculate.
Now, would you think? I imagine you could play Echo since it's flying, but I don't know.
Powering radiation shielding.
But it's because I took the sea.
I get that, but I feel like, you know, I mean, like, yeah, Echo flies, but you kind of got to be good with, like, all the characters with her ult. And I don't know, I can't quite see that.
Part thrusters calibrated.
Go. Kidding.
Drop pod powered up and ready to leave. It's time to bring it all home. Get on board, we're leaving with or without you.
Thank you. Oh,
That's gone to the books. Retrieving
I
Also, the
misread my
mod tier list
turret.
stuff, but about Stubby this time. Tier 2 max size mod is actually highly
turret. I
competitive
can
when
only
using
damage
in refight boost it, in my opinion,
Oh, I guess you're gonna have to
because...
settle with that.
Turret.
Let's see, what's your case? It's between taking out
There's a
Praetorian
Moira
one
here.
mag or
There's
needing to
someone behind.
reload. You can't take out Praetorian
Yeah,
one
it's a
mag.
Moira.
Wait, can you?
She keeps trying to kill
Well,
my
how to
turret.
survive?
She's used her escapability, she's low as fuck.
And go kill her.
Tier 2 mag size.
Kim's got it, don't worry. She has not got it.
Plus 10. Can that actually make big enough difference?
She has Moira, fucking Mercy just damage boosting her. And she's
There's
just
a tree!
not killing her for some reason.
They have a tree
Pilot,
too.
can you go deal with the Moira, please, now?
Well, it's not a hand survive list, it's just,
Because Kim won't.
it's like, it's just, it's valid. It's valid. That quite quickly. Alright.
You made my turret die! You bastard! Pulled me away from hammering my turret.
Fuck.
drop pod is ready.
And that Moira wanted you dead.
Mm-hmm. She's really been focusing me, but she's so fucking shit.
He is quite awful.
Almost as good as our tank.
As you can see, I'm
It
not
was
playing
dreadful.
Deep Rock anymore. So feel free to leave. Stream. Unless you want to watch me play Overwatch. I wouldn't.
You wouldn't want to watch you playing Overwatch.
No.
This is kind of brutal.
Not necessarily much of a chance.
Life Weaver's got to be the gayest motherfucker I've ever seen. What the hell?
It's Pan.
That's just ultra gay then.
I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea what Pan's actually.
No, I don't care.
Isn't that just all, but not bi? Or is it what? I think bi is that you don't mind male or female. Pan includes other ones.
Yeah.
I think. It's literally everything.
But honestly, I don't believe that bisexual people aren't pansexual.
She did do that.
We got tank back.
Well, by then I have zero interest in Overwatch. I'm the same. Alright, in that case. Thanks for tuning in, fuckwits. Jeez, look, the sun is just.
Fuck.
It's like I'm glowing.
God damn, tanks suck.